Hey, welcome back. You all saw how we solve the centers, the diamonds, the center edges, and then the centers. So now we are in the last step to solve this. I'm not going to give algorithms for this because it is, as I normally see, these are intuitive, and it takes some time to get. There is no hard or global algorithm that will solve all these things. Of course, there are many that has been shown for genius people, for prodigies, and Rubik's experts. There are easy solutions by looking at it. They'll do the formulas, but for normal people with normal interest in the Rubik's like me, I'm not that much of an expert. I have to admit that I'm trying to share whatever knowledge I have. That doesn't mean that I'm an expert here. So obviously, I'm also learning Rubik's, and if you see, these are more of intuitive. When I say intuitive, you have to visually inspect it and then do it. And keep in mind that by doing so, you will not be distorting the center, or you should not be, or the diamonds in the corners, primarily because your all your moves are going to be touching only the flipping, or changing the positions of the secondary edges, the outer edges. And for you to do that, you should look at, there are of course some few easy techniques that we can do, but look at it this way. If you look at a position, let's say I'll take a example. So if you say this, it is a green and a yellow, and look at where it should go. Ideally, a green and yellow will be in one of the two positions where it will be here. So the yellow will come here, green will here, and if you look at it, this is actually flipped. So the green and yellow which you are seeing here should come here, and ideally for it to come here, see, from here it should come here, right? So for you to do that, you need to look at ways of doing it, and as I said, there is no global rule on how to do it. It is about how you look at it. So what I normally do is, I normally look at moving this piece closer to the position place where you want to get the green. For example, in this case, I have the green and yellow here. I will move it to the place and then see where it goes. For example, I'll do like this. And this, if it is fixed, see, now you see that it is already closer to the green and yellow. So it is already in green. So I'll look at where I should put it. So if I say, look, this green, it should either go here, which is ideally the case, right? So this is actually solving this. Or it can go into this position where your green and yellow, this position would come here. So depending on where it should go, I would either move it here and then move it here. That is not the right thing because it is inverted. So I would rather do like this. So what I need to do is I'll move it here, move it up, move it down, and then move it back. So now you are getting this position here, right? So what you need to do is move it. So now you see that you have solved this, right? You may need one or two, maximum three moves for you to do that, but you should, intuitively you should look at moving this piece here. Either it should go to here, come here, so you are preserving it, and then move this away, bring it back, and then rotate it. So that way you are fixing this. Let me take another example. So if you say this, red and yellow. So if it is red and yellow, then it should either go here, which is the ideal place, right? It should go here. It will solve this. That's what we want to. But if you do this, you are inverting this, right? So what you need to do is you need to get this out by moving. Let's say moving, fixing it here, moving it back, and then moving it here. Now actually what you did was you moved the red and yellow from here to here. Now we have a next option. What you do is move it like this and bring it back and move it here and then move it. So now you have again brought it back. Now you move. See, now you have solved this. In 2 or 3 moves, you will be solving this. So it's a question of just moving this, but keep in mind that the positions that you are doing should not in any way distort the center. If you move this here, to move it back, it should not. And if you move it here, move it back, it should not. Right? Move it here, move it back, it should not. But if you do something like move this and then move this out, you will distort it. So just be careful not to make that mistake, because outer edges which are the 6 edges, they will not in any way disturb the inverted triangle. But you need to be careful about how to do it. For example, in this case, let's take one more example and then do it. As I said, there is no global solution for this. You just need to be looking at it. So this is supposed to come here. This red and green should come here. So what I do is I look at where I can position this. I can bring it by flipping this, right? So bring it, flip it, move it. I secured this and move it back. Now I have secured this. All I need is to invert it, and then you can get the solution. So for you to do that, I need to okay. So now if you look at it, it's a bit complicated because this comes here, it has to move either this or this. But this is already in the wrong place. So what you need to do is, let's do this way. I'll get this here. Okay, so I'll do this. Rather, I'll do it this way. I don't want to do it here. Okay. Okay, so now I have solved this, right? If you look at it, there is only one position that I moved, but it actually solved the corner, but it inverted this, right? So the green and blue is here, and if you look at it, this is a position where one is inverted and one. So these are the 3 positions that should move. If I solve this, I'll solve this pyramid. So how do I do this? You just need to be careful about this, because if you look at it, this yellow and green should actually go here, and for you to go here, it should come here, which means this yellow and green should come here, and then you should bring this here and then move out. Do it. It will not. So do it again. See, now you see this is now solved, but you have inverted these two. So there will be configurations like these which will keep moving. So let me try it this way now. Okay. Voila, there it is. So you will have to look at it and then do the movements. They call this inserting the piece. For you to insert the piece, for example, if I have to insert the piece, I'll move this position here, keep it secure, then move it back and then keep it. So that way you are actually inverting the piece. And if you continue doing this piece, the movement again and again, you will get that back. So it's, as I said, I might have distorted this, but keep in mind that you should not be worried about the centers, because you are just aligning these pieces, and then by doing this you should be able to get the right one. For example, see here. So put your interest in it. If you have the interest in it, you should be able to play around, fiddle, and then make sure that you are learning it fast. But there is no global algorithm for me to solve this. At least I have not tried that way. I visually inspect this and then solve the Pyraminx. And this is one of the interesting Rubik's that I have played, because it is more intuitive than depending on the algorithms. And with that, again, thanks for all those people who are watching these videos. And if you do have queries or concerns or not able to follow anything, please feel free to give me a comment, and I should be able to solve the solution, whatever I can give, in the right way, so that it's easy for all of you. So that leaves me with solving this as one of the completed playlist, and these are the next in line for me to start. The Pyraminx will be my next, which is actually a tougher one. Then the windmill, which is again a tougher one than this, and this is the toughest, the axis or axle cube. So my next playlists will be coming in the next few weeks, so please stay tuned. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, so that you can get an idea of when I am putting the Pyraminx or the windmill or the axis cube. And for all those subscribers and others who are watching our video, I wish you a very happy new year and a wonderful and marvelous time. Thank you all. Bye bye.